All right, check out our new sponsor, Greenwood Stocks. They want you to know how to be able to trade stocks and be your own boss and be free to travel the world by making passive income. We all need that passive income from stock market. What are you waiting for? Call or text 281-760-3170. If you didn't catch that, that's on your screen. Or check them out at social media, Greenwood Stocks, and catch them at Gmail, greenwoodstocktrading at Gmail, and the YouTube channel is Greenwood Stocks. Appreciate them for giving me the opportunity. Check them out. We out.
Hey, Steven, man, you really believe that stuff? Oh, man, come on. You really believe that stuff you be saying?
All right, man, let's talk about Maria Taylor and her getting called out or getting disrespected. Play it while you hating. Play it while you hating from Rachel Nichols. Let's talk about that. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Check out the current news playlist. Keep sharing the videos. And I'm gonna play that audio, dog. So it says a storm at ESPN. I don't know what it said. I don't know. A disparaging video prompts explosive fallout within ESPN. Let's talk about it. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Always hit the thumbs up button when you come through the door. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. If you like what you're hearing, check out the current news playlist for more videos like this. And let's get to it, man. Appreciate the love and support too, man. But hold on. All right. It says in the comments still rippling through the network, the reporter Rachel Nichols, who is white, said Maria Taylor, who is black, earned the job to host the 2020 NBA Finals coverage because ESPN was feeling pressure on diversity. All right. Woo. She's saying, man, Black Lives Matters. Boog. Man. You heard her? She said, mind that Negro. Who that Negro on the hind? All right. I'm going to play the, y'all want to read? All right, I'm going to read it or hit the, I just play the audio, man. Hold on. Remember that group audio push? What happened to the big bed? Here we go. It's like candy. I know you.
So they said to me, hey, instead of hosting the NBA Finals, like, why don't you do Doris's silent reporter job for the NBA Finals? Because guess what that would clear the way for? For Maria to do the hosting. Yeah. So, I have declined. I don't know what their next move is, but they are feeling pressure because of all of that. And I'm trying to figure out, like, how to just, my thing is, like, I wish Maria Taylor all the success in the world. She covers football, she covers basketball. If you need her to give her more things to do because you're feeling pressure about your, like, crappy, long-time record on diversity, which, by the way, I myself, like, know personally from the female side of it, like, go for it. Just, find it somewhere else. Like, you're not going to find it with me and taking my thing away.
All right, that was allegedly Rachel Nichols. Okay, let's read the article. Shout out to the New York Times. Sorry, I fell a little bit under where it says Kevin Draper wrote this. New York Times, July 4th, 2021, 11:19 a.m. He says, as the NBA playoffs return, as the NBA playoffs started in May, the stars of the ESPN marquee basketball Now NBA Showdown discussed whether they refused to appear on it. They were objecting to the production from the executive that believes it was issues on the benefits of sideline reporting and fellow star Rachel Nichols, despite comments she made suggesting the host NBA Countdown Maria Taylor had gotten the job because she was black and Nichols is white. Her pre-show call with Taylor and other commentators, Jalen Rose, Adrian Wojnarowski, Jay Williams, as well as NBA Countdown staff member, had, rubbed people the wrong way. Okay, some of them involved saw the initial maneuvering as a sign of network favoring Nichols, despite a backdrop of criticism from employees who complained that the sports network has long mishandled problems with racism and decline, and it had decline of discipline Nichols, despite fury throughout the company over her remarks, which she made during the phone conversation nearly a year ago after learning that she would not host the coverage during the 2020 NBA Finals as she had been expecting. Quote, this is what she heard. I wish Maria Taylor all the success in the world. She covers football. She covers basketball. Nichols said July 2020. If you need to give her more things to do because you feeling pressure about your crappy long record on diversity, which, by the way, I know personally from a female side of it, like, go for it. Just find it somewhere else. You are not going to find it from me or take my things away. Don't that sound like a little bit of y'all know that R word? You know, ESPN has been trying and often failing to deal with the scandals for months, but fast approaching deadline is forcing the network to show at least some on its cards. Taylor's contract expires during the NBA Finals, which starts on Tuesday between Phoenix Suns and Milwaukee Bucks. Yet, substantive steps have been taken towards her new deal. Through Petrel has identified Taylor as one of ESPN's rising stars. Whether or not ESPN and Taylor agree to contract, internal damage from the past has been substantial. This article is based upon interviews from more than a dozen current and former ESPN employees, as well as other with the knowledge of the company inner workings. Most of them spoke on the condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to ESPN to speak. On the news and media because of the paperwork they had signed upon leaving the company. What they call that? Not the spirits, but forget what they call that shit. Man, just forget what they call that. But the video in mid-July last year, Nichols was staying at Colorado Springs Resort at Walt Disney World near Orlando, Florida, confined to her room for 7 days because NBA coronavirus protocol. Because the season resumed, she had her video camera so that she could continue appearing on ESPN shows, primarily the Jump Daily NBA shows. Show she hosted since 2016, but she has eyeing hosting duties for the ESPN's pregame and postgame shows during the playoffs and finals. The network's most important studio basketball program. The show was face of the ESPN coverage before the pandemic. Both she and Taylor hosted different versions of the show. About the time Nichols arrived in Florida, she was told by executives that Taylor would host coverage during the NBA Finals. Nichols discussed her career on the phone July 13, 2022 with Adam Mendensaw, longtime advisor, Los Angeles Lakers superstar LeBron James agent Nichols, Rich Paul. Nichols was speaking to Mendensaw, whatever his name is, to request an interview with James on his Laker teammate Anthony Davis, who Paul also represented during the conversation. She also sought some advice from Mendensaw because she believes her boss were advancing Taylor at her expense. Quote, I just want them to go elsewhere. It's in my contract, by the way. This job is in my contract, right? Nichols told Mendensaw, referring to hosting coverage during the NBA Finals a few minutes after saying ESPN and feeling the pressure about racial diversity. Quote, we of course are not going to comment on the specifics of any commentator contract, said John Krulewski, ESPN, whatever his name is, Krulewski of ESPN. Krulewski declined to make material available for interviews unknown to Nichols. Her video camera was on and call was being recorded to ESPN server headquartered in Bristol. So they was recording her calls. Wow. That's illegal, ain't it? It's unclear why her camera was on, but most people in ESPN believe that Nichols, using a new technology during the pandemic, did not turn it off properly. It was effectively the remote pandemic version of a hot mic incident. Dozens of ESPN employees access to the company video services as part of the normal workflow. At least one of these people watched the video on the service, recorded it on a cell phone, shared it with others. Soon more copies of the conversation were spreading around ESPN. Within an hour, it reached ESPN executives, in part because some of the comments from Mendensaw, he prominent the political and communication strategist who worked for the giant private equity firm TGP, was a communication director of deputy of chief of staff of Arnold Schwarzenegger, then the governor of California. His co-founder James voting the right group, More to Vote, which focused on encouraging access for black voters during the 2020 election. The recording of the video obtained by New York Times, and Mendensaw paused for a moment during the conversation after Nichols said she planned to wait ESPN's next move. Mendensaw, who was white, said, quote, I don't know. I'm exhausted between Me Too and Black Lives. I got nothing left. Nichols then laughed. Okay. Mendensaw thought the conversation, mentioned throughout the conversation, strategized Nichols about how she responded to ESPN. Be careful because that place is a snake pit. Okay. He said they considered the move that Mendensaw described baller and hard to pull off, telling Pedro and others having two women compete over the same job was a sign of ESPN worldwide shortcoming that with the female employees. Quote, those the same people who are like generally white generally white conservative male Trump voters. It's part of the reasons I've had a hard time at ESPN. Nichols said that the conversation, quote, I basically finally just worked out everyone for so long and they had to recognize it. I don't want to then be the victim of them trying to play catch up for the same damages that affected me in the first place. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to be nice. Multiple black ESPN employees said they told one another that after hearing the conversation, they confirmed the suspicion that outwardly supportive white people talk differently behind closed doors. In a statement, Mendensaw said, quote, I share what I believe and still believe to be true. Maria deserves and earned the position. Rachel must respect it. Maria deserves it because of her work, and ESPN recognizes that, like many people and companies in America, they must intentionally change. Just because Maria got the job doesn't mean Rachel shouldn't get paid what she deserved. Rachel Marie should not be forced into a zero-sum game by ESPN. Rachel needed to call them out. He declined to answer the follow-up questions. Jesus, this article goes on and on. Y'all go read this shit. This shit is, woo. Man, we be here all day. All right. It's on New York Times. You put Rachel Nichols in Google if you got to New York Times. And you know what I'm saying? You know, that's Rachel. Rachel just feel like I put so much work in. How can Black Maria take my job? Simply, I ain't mad at her. Shit. If you feel that you legit feel that you earned something, can't knock it. Can't knock it, man. But yeah, she was mad at the black lady passed you up, and you know, Maria is probably young. I know Maria for a fact is younger, and that's kind of goes into it too, man. They won't say it because that's age discrimination, whatever they want to call it. But she's 34, look good, tall, beautiful, and after a while, man, them old women they don't get the same longevity as you know some of the males, and you know Rachel damn near 50. You know she 50, you know, and she look good to be 50. But Maria's younger, hotter, you know what I'm saying? Ain't had to. I don't think she had kids yet or something of that nature. 6'2", tall, beautiful. You know, and of course, you know, she gonna blame it on the pandemic, the Me Too, the Black Lives Matter movement. That's what Rachel was saying. But she got to understand too that, you know, your people had you know hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years of prominence and you know the benefit of the doubt and being on top. Now you know you get passed up and you want to get mad and cry, you know, over this because you can't understand how she passed you up. You can't understand, you know, how a black lady passed you up because she do her job better than you. She younger, she more beautiful than you, and she tall, beautiful. You can't get mad at that. She hustled between, she does football, this, that, and third. If they wanted to host the finals, so be it. Can't get mad at it. As long as your paper right, as long as you compensated, what you crying for? What you crying for? And, you know, but you know, that's how they use when they start to lose power. Get mad. The Black Lives. Maybe she's just better than you. You know they like the younger women in that industry. They don't want them old hags in that industry. They want young women. You know she can't get mad at that. They want young women. You know if a white lady had passed her, would this be the same conversation? She would feel some type of way for sure. But she couldn't play the race card. Rachel ain't the hot shit on ESPN no more. It happens to everyone. I remember what's that, Mr. 300? The movie with Bernie Mac and Angela Bassett, I think it was in it. And they were saying that she was telling Bernie Mac how, you know, they always want the younger women in the more prominent roles. That she was getting old and they were trying to get her to the C slot and you know get her out the A slot. That's just reporting. Remember, more men watch ESPN than anything, right? So don't nobody want to be looking at a middle-aged woman or wrinkled up woman. That's just true. That's what they think. Rachel Nichols fine as hell still shit, so it don't really make me no difference. But that's how they think. They want younger, fresher meat in there. So she get mad all she want to, but let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out anytime you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. All my social media subscription, Twitter's and Password, and Facebook and Instagram. We got a Facebook group link there. If you want to reach me too. If you want to advertise business channel, chop it up. Links there. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well too. Best way to donate. Share the video. One time for the one time. Goodfellas Sports TV. Check out the music and entertainment playlist for more videos like this. Peace.